Hey guys, so I recorded 25 minutes of a fun conversation with my friend Shaskin, only to discover that the video and audio are badly out of sync, and it gets worse the farther you watch. So hopefully you find it interesting anyways. Anyway, let's get right into it. Hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching. Hey Shaskin, how's it going?
Not too bad.
Yeah? Do you realize it's been 6 years since my first lightsaber review, and it's been over 2 years since we did that Goliath power saber review?
When it comes to timing, I am not the type of person that you want to talk about. You know, talk to me about.
Yeah.
But the thing is that, from my point of view, is that whether you get sabers from Vader's vault,
Right.
or what's the new one that's out now?
There's new ones popping.
Or something like that?
Say it again?
Isn't there like Theory Sabers or something like that from Star Wars Theory?
The guy with the Star Wars channel on YouTube is Theory Sabers. And I actually have 3 lightsabers from him I want to review with you today.
Okay.
Yeah, I've gotten 3 of them over the last couple of years.
I'm surprised that the Klingon Empire or the Romulan Star Empire hasn't developed a weapon similar to the lightsaber. I'm surprised.
I mean,
If those two empires would go for something like that.
yeah, well, the real world explanation is, yeah, they don't want to, obviously Star Trek doesn't want to take the most iconic weapon from their biggest rival, right?
They're rivals?
Well, there's always been a long-running feud between Star Trek and Star Wars, right?
As far as I'm concerned, they're 2 separate franchises in completely different galaxies.
I mean, that's what I feel too,
But what is it about the sabers that you want to review that turns you on?
right. Well, first off, you should know that that Anakin Graflex that we reviewed from Art Sabers,
Yeah.
I don't have that one anymore. Believe it or not.
Sold
I,
it?
I gave it to my brother. I gifted it to my brother. I actually, in preparation for recording today, I rewatched the like 3 or 4, 5, however many lightsaber review videos I already have on YouTube. I just went ahead and rewatched those because I hadn't seen them since I made them. It's been over 2 years for the newest ones, 6 years for the oldest ones. So I figured I didn't want to cover any of the same information we've covered already in this video. And another thing I noticed that I thought was pretty funny is every single lightsaber I reviewed, I kept saying words like, I couldn't be happier with it, and it's really nice, and it's really beautiful. Every single one of them. Like, I fell in love with each one that I bought immediately. Only discover later that it, you know, what kind of problem. You gotta have them for a while. You gotta break them in before you really figure out what kind of problems they have sometimes. So,
Emphasis on the word break.
yeah, emphasis on the word break. So, the first one I bought from Theory Sabers is this one here. It's called the Dual King. Oh yeah. God, I like this thing a lot. Oh, this thing feels so good. Perfectly balanced, like all things should be. Oh, I love this lightsaber. Too bad. This is a base lit, full combat lightsaber. It's very, very heavy, and if I was ever gonna be in a lightsaber tournament or anything like that, this would be the one that I would use because this thing is a beast.
What's your definition of heavy?
It's the heaviest lightsaber I own. I don't have a scale, man. I can't throw it on a scale for you, but I mean it's solid. It's not made out of the standard. The balance is like right there, right where I'm holding it. Also, another thing you might notice about this one.
Yeah.
See, I'm turning it all the way around. Notice anything missing?
No button.
There's no power button, right? Power button's on the bottom, along with the charging port. So I do like that, and this one also has gesture controls, so twist on, twist off. The sound stopped working on it. So when I first got it, it worked, but it was quiet. It was very, very quiet sound. And one day I was doing the Obiani spin, the infinity spin, and I was just trying to spin it as fast as I could, as hard as I could. And the sound quit. And I don't know, I feel like it should be able to handle fast spinning. Any lightsaber should, I feel like, but I think I broke the speaker. It was very quiet to begin with, so maybe it was a loose wire to begin with. I don't know. I mean, it still works, it still lights up and everything.
Is it under warranty?
Probably, but I don't know, man. Shipping a lightsaber back and then waiting for it to be repaired and sent back to you. Come on, twist off. There we go. Yeah, it's just a hassle, and I just don't want to mess with all that. What else can I say about this one? So it's got these attachments. Oop, turned it on. So now you've got... and that adds a lot of extra weight, so now when I'm holding it at the balance point, the lightsaber naturally wants to tilt up. And then if you want to, you can add even more weight.
Have you opened it up and see if there's any damage to the connectors?
Man, I don't even want to risk opening it up, to be honest with you. So now it's got a handguard on there. Kill it. There, so you can get a better look at it. That adds a lot of weight. When you have all three of these extra pieces on there, now this thing weighs, I don't even know, like 5-6 pounds probably. No, according to the website, the dual cane weighs 1.5 kilograms or 3.3 pounds. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I do like this one a lot. Like I said, huh?
Which Jedi do you think would use that saber?
This is like...
Blue Coon comes to mind.
Yeah, maybe.
Especially against his duel with General Grievous.
But I'll tell you what though, this one is fantastic to spin. It's got so much weight that when you start spinning it, it carries a lot of, not momentum, inertia. You know what I mean? Like it goes, it whips through the air with very little effort.
Well, it is a dual king.
That's what it's called, yeah. Yeah. So, anyway, the sound quit working on that one, and then I got another itch, and I wanted to replace that Anakin Graflex that I had that we already reviewed. So I ended up ordering this one. So this one here is actually a Profi board sound card.
Explain.
So a Profi board is the most premium it's marketed as like the most premium sound card you can get because it's more customizable. All I know is you have to have like programming skills to really customize it properly. I was thinking that the premium sound fonts that it comes with would be just fine, and they are. But there's a couple of things that I learned about a Profi board that I don't like. Number one, they don't have any sort of kills. Some of them, this one does not, but some of them have a kill switch on the chassis, so you can unscrew it, and actually, it's a kill switch that physically severs the battery connection. Okay, this one does not have that. So if you want to stop using it, you got to take the battery completely out. Otherwise, it sits there and just drains the battery. But it is a pixel blade,
Which is?
so it's got all the LEDs inside the blade. It's not a baselit. It's not a combat lightsaber.
Okay.
Yeah, I always forget it starts out red. Let me switch it over to something a little more. So this one is very very light. Unlike the Dual King, which is made out of like steel, this one's made out of your standard. Quiet already. This one's made out of aluminum, so it's a lot lighter. I opted for a shorter blade because I was thinking that the previous NeoPixel blade that I had in that other one was quite heavy. So that's lined up. So it's about, I'd say, 4 or 5 inches longer, or shorter. The NeoPixel blade is about 4 or 5 inches shorter than the Dual King blade. Like I said, I got the shorter blade because I thought it was going to be very heavy with all those LEDs in there, but I ended up wishing I would have got the longer blade, the standard length blade, because it's not heavy at all. But it's fine. I really like it a lot. You can pop the blade out. It's got a CoverTech wheel, so you can hang it from a belt clip. Go ahead.
You can't change the blade. You can't change the blade because the other one is a bottomlet, and that's a pixel.
Right, and also this is a smaller size diameter blade. I don't think that blade will even insert into the emitter. So this one had one other problem. Oh, go ahead. What's your question?
What does it take to reprogram it? I would imagine that they would have it so that you can literally connect it to a computer and program it that way.
Yeah, but it still takes like some programming skills. It's probably a little bit above my head. I may be selling myself short. Like, I'm sure I can figure it out if I really set my mind to it. But that's a lot of work for something that I don't really care about.
Why would they make a product that would make it so hard to reprogram?
Man, I don't know. I think the people that know what they're doing with them love them, because you can literally change every single aspect, not just the sounds themselves, but you can program it to like change each individual pixel inside the blade and customize it exactly the way you want it. You see what I'm saying? So this was my second lightsaber from Theory Sabers, and I had it for a few weeks, I think, and I started having problems with the sound again. Just like the Dual King, I was like, oh boy, here we go again. Well, it's been working fine. I did a little hickory pokery and kind of jury-rigged it, and put in... This is going to sound really stupid, but I took a cigarette butt and wedged it right there, and now the speaker is working just fine. It's just slightly muffled. Because I figured out that, like, when you touch it, even just the tiniest little touch, and the sound was fine, and when you let go of it, it would cut out completely. So I just wedged that in there. I actually wrapped some clear tape around that cigarette butt so it wouldn't compress, and then just kind of wedged it in there. It sounds really stupid, but it works.
They have a lot of sound problems with their product.
Maybe I just got unlucky. I mean, all of their reviews are pretty good, and they seem to have pretty good customer service. I'd also just like to explain right here that Star Wars Theory himself has explained on multiple occasions how all these lightsabers come from China. Every company here in America that sells them is basically a drop shipping company that gets all their product from China. With a few exceptions, like Vader's Vault is located down in Florida. This one here.
How much does the blade have?
What's that?
How many colors does the blade have?
Oh, it's a any color you want it to be. It even does like the rainbow blade.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna pop the battery back out of this one before I set it down and forget. So this one was part of a deal where they were running a buy one get two free, and so it came with a couple of free training sabers. And for what they are, these are actually pretty nice. The hilts are the one's got that blue, and the other one's got the red. They connect together into a staff. Oh, the blades that you see here on these two that I'm connecting into a staff aren't They're not actually the blades that it came with. Those are some blades that I had on hand here at the house, and I just put them in there. They're a little bit actually shorter than the blades that it came with, and I like the blades that it came with better. I should have showed those off, but I didn't even realize my mistake at the time. Just like that. So yeah, the clash is a bit sensitive on these. Not the best sound effects. I mean, it does have other sound effects. It has other fonts, but it defaults to this red, Darth Maul style, so I figure why not just leave it on that. And the sounds on them aren't that great. See it? You gotta swing it pretty hard before any swing sounds kick in, and there's no gesture controls or anything like that. But for what they are, 2 free ones, I can't complain. The blades are nice and bright. They look good when I put it together and turn it into a staff and spin it around. It looks really good, and I really like having some cheapies on hand so that in situations where, like, say I'm outside practicing and it attracts the neighbors and maybe some little kids show up. It happens from time to time. It's really nice to be able to just hand a kid a lightsaber and not have to worry about it. Like if he drops it, big deal, it was free. So, my most recent purchase is, something I forgot to mention about this, both of these actually. This is Anakin's, but you notice it's missing the control box. It just has a button right there. So it's, there's no big control box right in the middle getting in your way, so it's really great for spinning. And I liked it so much that I decided to get Luke's in the same style. So here's Luke's without the control box, just a button in the middle. And this one is not a Profi board, this one is just a regular Xenopixel. Correction, this sound card is actually the SNV Pro. And I think it's my favorite lightsaber I own. First off, it's absolutely gorgeous. Just look at that. Secondly, it's very loud.
Silver?
It's chrome. Yeah. It's got like a copper-colored part right there, like it should. The hanger is not loose at all. Like, it's not gonna, like, I can stand it straight up and I'm gonna flick it. I'm gonna try to make it hit the side of the hilt. I'm gonna flick it. Ready? So yeah, you can hit it pretty hard and it won't go all the way down. So this one, there's no problems with this one. The sound is great, everything. It's got the most sensitive smooth swing of any lightsaber I've ever seen.
Power on.
Is there a way to turn off that voice?
No, but it's only when you turn it on or off. It doesn't really bother me. So it's so sensitive even at very slow speeds. Yeah. And then it's pretty reactive to the hard swings too. The best smooth swing of any lightsaber I've ever had. I don't know if you can see this on camera, but every time you press the button, it's going to have a random spotlight up for a blaster reflex. It's great, dude. I love this one so much. This is definitely my favorite one. If I had to complain about one thing, there's always one thing, isn't there? The button on this one is, well, it's lit, first off. I don't really like lights on the outside. Secondly, it's made out of plastic. And it's also raised, so it sticks up a little bit. And when it first arrived, it was slightly unscrewed, so it was sticking up even more. But that's a small thing. I don't think this button's going to be a problem. But compare it to the button on the Anakin one. It's flush, it's made out of metal. I don't know. You know, I like this one better for sure. Oh, one more thing. That Zerka saber we reviewed. I don't know if you remember this one, but when I first got it, this was the first lightsaber I ever had that had smooth swing, and in that video I called it true smooth swing. It's not. It's not true smooth swing. I don't think it actually even was at the time. What this is it's kind of like a pseudo smooth swing. So this is a good like combat lightsaber, baselit, pseudo smooth swing. I like it. You know, it's better than these ones, I think. Okay, so I don't know if you remember me talking about one that was on order that I had been waiting for over a year. I mentioned it, I think, when we reviewed the Goliath Power Saber. I mentioned one that I was waiting for more than a year. It finally arrived. This one is from Vader's Vault. And, for example, look at the button on this one. Metal, recessed, and it's a 2-button system. This is the only lightsaber I own that has 2 buttons. It's baselit. It has very excellent. This smooth swing is almost as good as this one's. I think this one might be slightly less responsive on the slow side, on the you know, the slow moving end. On the other end, on the fast, that's pretty responsive. I don't know. Every lightsaber is going to be different. This one had... So I had it for about 6 months, and I had been carrying it everywhere, all the time, okay? And... Okay, up here. So notice, if I go to squat down... you can't see it on the camera. Well, it hits the ground if I drop to my knee. You know, if I go to kneel down and mess with something like this, it'll hit the ground. And after 6 months, the blue light stopped working in the tricolor LED system. So the first thing you need to know, when I reached out to Vader's Vault initially, before I made the purchase, I told them that I heard through the grapevine, you know, through the community, that they make heavy-duty combat lightsabers. I told them, I said, I'm looking for a lightsaber that can just, I basically put it to him like this. I said, just assume that I'm going to be taking this lightsaber into actual combat. That's what I need. I need something as bright as possible, as loud as possible, and as durable as possible, right? Anyway, I had it for 6 months, wearing it all the time, and it gets banged around. You know, like I said, if I kneel down, it goes clunk, hits the ground, right? I was never too concerned about it because I thought, I mean, it's supposed to be a combat lightsaber. If it can't handle a little bit of bumping around, then how am I supposed to expect it to handle, you know, full contact dueling, right?
Exactly.
They were gracious enough. I don't know if it was still technically under warranty or not, but after 6 months, they were nice enough to take it back, fix the light, and send it back to me. So this is the only lightsaber I've ever sent back for repairs, and they did get it back to me pretty quick. Again, I can't stress this enough. I never, like, full-on dropped this on concrete. Like, I would go out and spin it around. The most banging around that it ever got was... I never even took this one... I never even sparred with this one. I only was using it for spinning it around. And just having it on my side, I guess, was enough. Banging it on the floor every once in a while when I go to drop to my knee. Or if I'm walking through a door, you know, sometimes it might get bumped against the door frame, you know. Getting in and out of cars, sometimes it would get bumped. But I feel like those shouldn't be a concern, those kind of bumps. You know what I mean? But anyway, they repaired it, they sent it back, and just a week or two later, the red lights... Whoops, I turned it on. Just a week or two later, the red light stopped working. So, as it is right now, the red light still doesn't work. So I have blue and green. Still works, but I can't turn it red, and that does affect things like the blade lockup. So if you press button number 2, you get a blade lockup effect, but you see the light doesn't change because I don't have the red LED anymore. So, yeah. Of all the lightsabers I've owned now, I think the important takeaway is there's no such thing as a perfect lightsaber. There's always going to be some minor nitpicky thing that you don't like about any lightsaber that you buy, I'm pretty sure.